Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the Over and Out podcast. Surrey have a win on the board in the Metro Bank. They've beaten Glamorgan by 5 wickets in unusual circumstances. Glamorgan got 308, Surrey got about 150, and that means they won. We had some rain here, we had a frantic and bizarre finish. I'm Cameron Ponsonby, I'm joined by Mark Church. I'm just going to run you through some scores on the doors before getting the insights of old Churchy to my left. Glamorgan, 308 for 7. Will Smell got an unbeaten century. He scored 105. No one else made it past 35, but there were contributions from top to bottom. Let's start with the ball today for Surrey. It's a tie between Nathan Barnwell and Yusuf Majid for me. Majid for a tight spell going up for about 40 runs off his 10 overs. And Nathan Barnwell provided 2 absolute corkers to get rid of Sam Northeast and Kieran Colson. He finished with 3 for 53, his best in a Surrey shirt. And then in reply, well, it all looked like it wasn't going very well, to be honest, Mr. Mark Church. We were about 15 for 1 after 5 or 6 overs when we went off for rain. The most torrential downpour out of nowhere. Little do you know, a couple hours later, we're back on for a 10 over thrash. What happened to Mr. Church?
Well, Surrey thrashed extremely well because they got there and get their win. Why has nobody ever thought of 16 over cricket before? That's all I would say.
I'd had 4 balls to that.
Yeah, it was tremendous actually. And look, from a Surrey point of view, they went back out there with what? They had 10.5 overs, another 125 to get, and they did it. And look, Ben Folkes, captain Surrey in this, he played brilliantly for his, 46, and Josh Blake as well played. Those two with a partnership of about 70. Adam Thomas as well, he got 32, struck a couple of back-to-back sixes, which a couple of back-to-back would be a couple of back-to-back, wouldn't they? But fantastic, and for this Surrey side to get over the line in the manner they did will do them the world of good.
So we're going to go into the questions now. We're going to loop back. So we had a slightly, I was going to say farcical, but that's not the right word. We had a really unusual finish, and you're going to find out all about it in about 3 minutes. But we're going to start with your player of the day. It's actually a player we haven't mentioned yet, I believe. Who takes the accolade for you today?
I'm going to give it to young Alex French, actually. Now, he bowled his first over. He got given the new ball, and his first over, it happens. Young man, bowled wides, and it went on a very, very long time. But it was the way he came back from that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Picked up a couple of wickets as well. And for a young man in only his second game to respond to a start like that and then bowl the way he did, bodes very well for the future.
It was a real kind of source of joy today because you worried for Alex French at the first stage. He was bowled a lengthy over. It's a horrible experience. It must have been for him. And then Ben Folkes backed him, gave him the ball for another over. He picked up a wicket and then he was zoned in and bowled beautifully for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and I think Folkes takes a lot of credit for that as well. Rory Burns was in there having a chat with him. So, great to see a young man come back from that start.
Your moment of the day, please.
My moment of the day, I think I'm going to give it to young Mr. Thomas, actually, for those back-to-back sixes, because that sort of got Surrey moving. Up to that point, they've been trying very hard, and Ollie Sykes had come out and hit a couple of boundaries, but then he went, and it was a tough one for Adam Thomas. But those back-to-back sixes just got the Surrey innings moving, and then the experience of Folkes, who did what Folkes does. You look up at the scoreboard, and he's faced 20 balls, and he's suddenly on 35, and you think, how's he got to 35? But that's what he does, and with great support from Josh Blake. So, the Thomas back-to-back sixes.
Something to give you joy, and can I tee you up here so we can address the final over? Surrey needed 8 off 6. Ben Folkes has got 43 off 17 or something like that. He's at the non-striker's end. Josh Blake is on strike. He hits a boundary off the first ball, short leg side boundary for the left-hander. It's then 4 of 5. Ball just narrowly kisses his leg stump, but the bells don't come off because it just misses by millimetres. 4 of 4 needed. Then Douthwaite nails that Yorker. Blake's out. In comes Cameron Steele. 4 of 3 needed. Take it away.
Well, I think the joy is the chaos that then happened, because it can only happen in cricket. So Dan Douthwaite comes in to bowl another Yorker, and he bowled an absolute beauty, and bowls an over waist high full toss, which is a no ball, so that's a free hit, knocks another couple off the total, so 2 more needed by Surrey. Then he runs in, and again he's gone for the no ball again, bowls another waist high, over waist high, which is hit high in the air. The catch is taken, but because he's bowled another ball, no ball, that's the end of the game. So, and can I just say, you and Mr. Johns did very well on the
Thank you. I think Mr. Johns did.
Because it was chaos. So I think the joy for me there is we all love this wonderful game of ours. But there are times where you just sit there and you think, does anybody actually really know what's going on here? But it got Surrey the win, and I was pleased for all the crowd that stayed as well, because they got a great dramatic finish.
It was just so you're aware just how little anyone knew what was going on. The first no ball was initially given as a wide by the standing umpire, but the square leg umpire went, no, that was above waist height. So they had a little conflab. The wide turned into a no ball. They had the walkie-talkies out to check if Dalthwaite had bowled a waist high no ball earlier in the... It was chaos. It was awful.
And I felt
awesome.
Well, I felt a bit for Dan Dalthwaite as well, because he bowled the perfect Yorker, didn't he, to bowl Josh Blake, and you could see what he was thinking, but it didn't quite go right for him. But yeah, it was chaos. But yeah, that's cricket.
And to round us out, I feel like we covered something to talk about, which was that finale as a whole. We're back here on Monday.
Yeah.
Hampshire are in town, if I am correct. Why should people be coming down on Monday to put their bum on that seat and watch the cricket?
Well, I think you want to come and see this could kickstart this Surrey campaign, because I think if you get over the line in a game like that, and look, Thomas would have taken a huge amount of confidence from the way he batted. We've talked about Alex French, Barnwell, very, very good. Yusuf Majid bowled nicely. You know what you're getting with Ben Folks, don't you? So I think you should be coming to see a young Surrey side who suddenly have got a win under their belts. If they could get another one on Friday against Essex at Chelmsford, then come back here, and suddenly the campaign's back on. So get yourselves down here on Monday, because it'll be a terrific game. And as we've seen today, this Surrey team, they're certainly providing some entertainment, aren't they?
Absolutely. Well, Surrey have hit, well, whisper it quietly, potentially nabbed their first wicket, their victory of the competition. I'd wager Glamorgan were quite keen to come out at the rain break. Surrey would have been quite happy to sit there, but they came out. Surrey ended up the victors. This, Church, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Has been Oval and Out.